Welcome everybody to another Salon S.O.S. Digital Debrief here on the Salon Scoop. Today we're going to get the scoop on Google Business Profile and how it's changed from Google My Business. I've got with me today my cohort, sidekick, Sarah Perrin. Sarah, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
How much do you love Google?
Oh gosh, I Google everything.
Like
I'm a Google connoisseur.
How many times a day do you think that you do like a Google search?
1,500 minimum.
Have you ever searched for yourself, like your own name in Google?
I've done that like pretty often. I don't know why I always do that, but I always got to see what's going on or whatever. So yes, I absolutely have Googled myself.
Any funny things that you found?
Well, I feel like this one, this was a while ago. I don't know if maybe Twitter has taken my account down or something now, but when I used to Google my name and the city I live in, there was a tweet that came up one time that I tweeted in high school. And I essentially said, F you, city of where I live, for putting construction during like the busiest time of year or whatever. So when you Googled my name, that was what came up. So yeah, I feel like that's a good lesson in the internet never forgets and it remembers everything. So make sure you're aware of what you're putting.
Is there a picture of you like with your two middle fingers? Like
yeah. Yes, on my city's website. That's all it was.
Nice. Love it. Yeah, I haven't done it in a really long time. And I used to want to see if there's other Scott Moons out there in the world. Right?
There probably are.
Yeah, there are. And I'm like, what? I thought I was the only one. Anyways, Google, let's get back on track here. Google obviously is, a super important tool that consumers use, but it's also a really important business tool, right, for all businesses, including salons and spas, to have set up properly. And for many, many years, there was something called Google My Business, which essentially was where you had all of your business information, and that's been evolving. And Google has just kind of changed a little bit. We're going to break down what that means today. I want to just share top line what the difference is between the two. Okay, so really Google is just kind of like rebranding their service, and it just kind of reflects, I guess, some new features that they've brought in. They want to make it a little bit more about an actual profile that people can see and not just simple business information, which is kind of what it was in the past, right? Just managing business information. Now it's all about different features. You can have insights to help you improve sort of your online visibility and have a better sense of the interactions that consumers are having with your Google profile. One of the biggest changes is that you can now actually have a short name or a specific URL, right? So you're same way that you have a handle for Instagram or for TikTok or for YouTube, you can now have that with Google and be able to share that easily if you want to, share that with consumers who would maybe go quickly to, write a review about you. You can provide them with a specific URL, which is a www address. Google Business Profile also aims to sort of provide businesses with better control overall of their information, so it makes it easier for customers to find information about them. Google Your Profile has always been about really giving quick hitter contact information. There's going to be a few new features that you can get out of it. Important to understand that this doesn't replace a website. Like your website is really where you showcase who you are, your image, your branding, all your services, your team, and that's what's helping you show up when people type a search like hair salon in Saskatoon or hairstylist in Chicago. It's your website that's going to show up. It's when people find your actual business, if they type in your name, right? Trendlines, hair salon. That's when they're going to see your Google profile on the right-hand side of the page, which is where you can feature a lot of stuff. So, Sarah, maybe you can break down for our listeners kind of the top, not just, I guess, reasons or the top things that you can do with your Google profile for an actual salon or spa.
Yeah, for sure. So first and foremost, Google Business Profile allows you to set up and manage your salon's profile. So like you were saying, Scott, this is where your contact information, your hours of operation, everything like that is going to be. So it's really nice to have something like that. So like you said, when a potential customer or an existing customer goes to Google your page, all of that information is right there so that they don't have to dig through your website to find all of that basic info. So I feel like that's kind of one of like the key things is all of that kind of must-have info is right there when people Google your page on that little sidebar there too. So secondly, Google Business Profile allows you to track the performance of your salon's online presence. This is really cool because as we've told time and time again, how do you know how well you're doing if you're not tracking any of these insights? So it's got a really good insight tool so that you can go in and kind of see how your website's performing, how your Google page is performing, everything like that as well. Thirdly, Google Business Profile allows you to interact directly with your customers through messaging feature. This is also pretty cool because let's say, for example, your client isn't active on social media, or for some reason they, again, don't want to dig through your website to find your email or your phone number. They can directly message you. So it's just a point of contact for salon owners and other small businesses to have with their customer base. The fourth thing we love is that Google Business Profile allows you to take advantage of its advertising features. So this means that same thing with like Instagram, being able to boost posts or putting Facebook ads out there. Google Business Profile has its own individual ads that it puts out. So again, it's just another way to take advantage of one of these things so that your page is being seen by more eyes and everything like that. So again, just a really good extra feature. And fifth and finally, Google Business Profile is free to use. This makes it accessible to everybody, regardless of what your marketing budget is. So it's just kind of one of those things where it's a free platform. Why not use it? There's so many benefits to using it. So, and again, it's free. So might as well take advantage.
A lot of other, social media platforms, right? I mean, it's free to have a Facebook page. It's free to have an Instagram page. So obviously you want to have those pages and set up. Within Google, like you said, a lot of it is people sometimes just want to quickly Google you, right, to get some of the key information. And so that I think the messaging feature is really cool. Obviously having your basic info, but now you can do things like just having your deeper dive on your logo and some pictures and whatnot, so people can just get a quick overview of who you are and what you're doing, and to be able to manage ads if you want to actually run Google ads. Like you said, that's all part of the new sort of features within the Google profile. I want to just kind of reiterate though, it's not a replacement for a website, right? So you think you've got your Facebook page, you've got your Instagram account, you've got your Google Business Profile, right, sort of account, and you're going to have your website, and they all have different purposes, that you're going to use them for. And you want to make sure that you are kind of completing your profiles and utilizing each of those platforms to their maximum capacity. Obviously, the website we love because it's really your own platform that you manage and control. Everything else, you're just dealing within the confines, of the space and sort of filling in the blanks. But when you're on Instagram, the layout of the page is Instagram, and it's the exact same for every single profile that you're looking at. It's just the words and the pictures that are different. Whereas your website is something that you get to actually create, the layout, the structure, the way that it looks, the way that things appear, all the different information. So very, very different. And the website is actually what helps you show up in Google searches. I think that's another key thing. If somebody searches for, hair salon Vancouver, they're not going to find your Google Business Profile, right? It's only when they search for your name, right, that then they're going to find your Google profile. Or if they're on Google Maps, right, and they're looking for something close by, then you might see local businesses that are close, and you can click, and it can often show you just the quick Google profile information. So I think that's sort of important to know. Business profile, very, very important, obviously in a great way for salons to just kind of enhance, I guess, their online presence and make sure that they are taking advantage of all the different platforms that are available to them. You can now kind of track your performance, interact with customers a little bit, and create those ads. And we would definitely encourage you to make sure that you're, set up as much as you can, for your salon business. If you have any questions about it, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Sarah obviously runs her own salon company, so they do this for their own company, and but ultimately pretty straightforward. Sarah, any additional thoughts or comments here?
No, I think that you covered I think that instead of looking at it's like any other digital marketing platform, right? Like one on its own is not going to do what you need it to do. They're all kind of integral, like puzzle pieces to your overall digital marketing strategy. So I feel like that's an important thing to remember. It's just one extra thing that you can add to get more eyes on your salon's page.
So no longer get confused. Google My Business no longer exists. It's Google Business Profile. Change your lingo, a few extra features and options. Make sure that you're updated, and enjoy online success.